Yo, what is up, y'all, on this stream? Welcome back to some, stormative swag, ultimate swag moment. I'm capitalizing on my amazing swag and my gaming skills and, like, combining the two things into one. And it's kind of the most, like, original, exciting idea, that I've discovered, that anyone has ever discovered, in this internet age, and a small matter of time before I'm completely viral or something, and not in the way of having a contagious virus or disease or anything like that. That's one of those words that like has multiple definitions, it means really different things, so it's good to clarify. When I say viral, I just mean that the recordings of my voice, so it has like the sound waves from my voice, will be reverberating throughout all of the 808 infused speakers throughout the world that people who enjoy technology and low frequency audio, they're so invested in this kind of thing, you know, so like my voice can that's gonna be a part of my appeal. And I remember people have sometimes told me this, like, hey, you should do a podcast or something, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I will do a podcast. I would rather do like a interview show that's kind of like a podcast, like kind of a Joe Rogan kind of thing, where I just like talk to somebody for a couple hours, and for part of it I'm like, hey, what do you do? Hey, like, what do you care about? And then another part of it I'm like, hey, can you look at this meme I found like 7 years ago, because I really like your opinion about it. I'd have to like dig through my meme archives before I did like an interview show like that, because there would be a special meme folder for like amazing conversation starter memes, and then there would be like a folder for memes if I like want to make people feel like really awkward or something. Or if like I feel like being really awkward, like because there would be like, there'd have to be a folder for ones where I feel like being really awkward, and a folder for ones where I try to make people feel awkward, because sometimes those two things can overlap, obviously, but not always. So yeah, I just got a really cool project idea to sort through my meme archives and use that as part of my motivation to start my interview talk show. Because yeah, like my viewership has been declining slightly for the past like couple weeks on YouTube, and so I'm slightly dismayed, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, when am I gonna start doing some karaoke or interviewing people or speedrunning or playing Wii Fit and Ring Fit Adventure. I still need a little bit more technology before I have the proper setup to do that, but for any of the true Stormative fans out there, I'm sure there's at least one, because I'm sitting inside his body right now. That's like a really weird thing to say, right? No, but I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's a few out there, not necessarily that watch all my videos, but I know some people will be like catching some videos, and I mean, my subscriber count has gone up slowly but surely, and the view count hasn't dipped too much. It's only like approximately 25% decrease, let's say. If anybody cares about my numbers, I could just say all my numbers. It's not like it really matters, but I want to protect my pride because my numbers are still really small. Yeah, so you guys can take that any way you'd like. I always think those kind of moments are really funny. Like, oh yeah, it just reminds me of a really funny story I'd like to share on stream. Because, like, it's like one of those kind of, like, awkward stories that you kind of forget quickly. And, like, it was kind of like one funny moment of a really great evening. Okay, so anyway, so I was traveling recently. I was having a time chilling with some mates, playing Smash Bros. as people do when they hang out sometimes. And yeah, so like we were playing, and like it was pretty late in the playing session. We were kind of talking a lot, so I was kind of distracted. And I forget who my friend was playing as. I almost said my opponent. It's like my friend and my opponent, you know. But yeah, he was playing as somebody like kind of like Incineroar. I don't know, somebody kind of like a Captain Falcon Incineroar shaped character. That's kind of all that matters for the sake of this story. And I was playing as Kirby. I got Kirby on the random select, which was like playing as random. Got Kirby, and I was like near the ledge, like not like edge guarding like a tryhard, but just like I don't know, playing defensively or being a troll or something like that. So I like dodged my friend, like got up from the ledge, jumped from there and tried to attack or something, and I dodged it. And he was like, yeah, like I don't know how you can keep like dodging all my attacks like this or something. And I was just like, it's because I'm really small. Like I was like, I think I was like talking about something else in the conversation with my other friends, like really excited. And he's like, yeah, how do you keep dodging this? I was like, because I'm really small. And then it was just like, I said it kind of louder, so it's like awkward silence. And yeah, those are some of my favorite like comedic moments when like something kind of out of pocket, or like somebody like randomly like starts talking in a loud tone of voice. It just reminded me of a lot of funny stories from my college times, which I guess I can share these with you guys. It's all part of the Stormative legacy, because I had to live life as my government name for X amount of time before I could become Stormative. Obviously, it's all part of the same sequence of events. All interconnected, even. It's crazy, right? All the people out there who like are living human beings are like, whoa, you just blew my mind about a way to conceptualize my life. And I'm just like, yeah, you're welcome. It's no big deal. I'm kind of like racing and warming up, getting really distracted because I kind of felt like talking about some random stuff. It's always that time when you're in that mood, like I kind of just really talk about some random stuff. But yeah, back to the subject at hand. Let's see, where was I going with that? Yeah, a couple of different stories. Because I was telling a story that recently happened. Yeah, so here was a really out-of-pocket moment, and this is something I recommend people to partake in, you know. I'm kind of hypocritical for this because I haven't been going to my local tournaments or stuff like that, but when I was in college I was really involved with the video games club, and so we played a lot of Smash Bros. That was definitely the main game that we played. Because we did like a game of the week, something different every week, and it never was Smash Bros. But sometimes only a couple people play the game of the week because everybody's playing Smash Bros. And sometimes we get away from the Smash Bros, play like a little something else or whatever. But yeah, we mostly played Smash Bros. And so it turned out there were some really great tournaments we could go to pretty nearby. And so we all made this plan on the weekend, like, hey, we're going to this tournament. It's like, yes, what's up? So then it was like on a Saturday, I think, and then on the Friday we were all like, hey, like let's practice a lot and like kind of grind so we're really warmed up to do well tomorrow. And so we're having a really long grind session, and you know, mostly we do 1v1s and have a couple 1v1 setups and like do a rotate, winner stays on or something usually. And so we were like, yeah, well, you know, we got a big TV, and this game is like sometimes in Video Games Club too, we play kind of casually. Like some people are kind of the noobs, so, like really want to do that, and I sometimes thought it was fun. Do like 8-person Smash or Smash with items. You shouldn't really do both. That's just my recommendation. Like if you have 6 or more fighters, you don't really need items. Like maybe the Smash Ball, if anything, but anything more than that is like too crazy. 2, 3, or 4 players casually, it can be pretty good with items. I mean, I couldn't really do 2 players casually, well, whenever I do, I just play random and hope I get somebody I suck with, I guess. Because usually for 1v1s I play Jigglypuff and try pretty hard, but yeah, let me get to the main part of this story. So yeah, like I said, we were all like, hey, let's play on the big TV and all play together. And somebody had this idea, or got this idea somewhere, came up with this idea. It's crazy if that's the case, but so we all played as Mario in the first round. For people who don't know, on the Smash Ultimate character select screen, it's a huge rectangular grid and Mario's at the top left corner. It's an important detail. And so we all played as Mario first round. And I'm pretty sure it was whoever came in first moved up 7 spots. And then second was move up 6. Third was move up 5. Fourth was move up 4. Fifth was move up 3. Sixth was move up 2. Seventh is move up 1. And the 8th person to stay on the character. Okay, I had to say that whole thing to make sure I got it right, but I did say that correctly. And so inevitably after every game, it was kind of late in the evening, so some of our players were pretty tired. I recall being still pretty awake at this point. But yeah, it was a pretty late point in the evening, so some of our players were pretty tired. And so like after every match, like it would be like, okay, so I'm moving up this much and you're moving up that much, right? And so we were all like, it was after a pretty like, I think, chaotic round, and so we were all talking anyway, and then we were all talking about the numbers, and it was kind of like a point where there were multiple people talking at once. And so this one guy who wasn't talking, or maybe he was trying to talk and getting talked over because there's a lot of people talking at once, he was just like, what about 7? And like we all like, it was like immediately silent for like a moment after he said that, then we were all laughing. And it's like, man, what about 7? So what about 7 is an iconic meme. It was a meme at that time, and I'm keeping it revived and breathing, and so that will be also Stormative Stream meme. Whenever such things are of more relevance, like when I'm interacting with a chat with people talking, for instance. Yeah, but anyway, that previous run was pretty good too. I guess I can talk about the game a little bit. But you guys already see me drive around a lot, so you know all my tricks, and this track's pretty straightforward. It's a good summation of the types of obstacles and difficulty of obstacles we've faced so far in the Red series with this vehicle. But yeah, I was gonna say one other story. I don't even know if I should say this other one, because this might be kind of PG-13 for some of you guys out there. So beware if you are if you're concerned about that type of material. It's only kind of just one thing, so you guys can just skip a couple minutes if you're not wanting to hear that. But it was just a really one of the kind of cringiest moments I witnessed, and so that's why it stuck with me, because like a lot of them has been because of something I said or did or whatever, and so I totally enjoy that, generally speaking, but it just hits totally different. It hits on another level when like you're just like, you know, I don't know, just like not talking and just like you're kind of a witness to something really cringy that happens. And it's also a completely third different element if you're on the receiving end of that and you're just, yeah, but like sometimes people feel like they're doing that to me, like they're making me feel awkward, and I always just feel like, dude, like I'm the most awkward guy. You're whatever you think you're doing that is like socially not acceptable doesn't even hit my radar, and it's like every time, like just about every time. So that's a good lead-in to say this story, which is one of the few exceptions where I really was cringing about something somebody did. it would have been cringing like 400 times as hard if I was on the receiving end, which obviously I'm not once you guys know what the story is. But yeah, I'm having like a really long lead up to explain the story. So I think it makes me like a bad storyteller, but I like to be one anyway, and it's really weird. You know, but I like a lot of things, so it's not that weird. But okay, so here's the punchline, and I told people to skip a minute ahead. It's like 2 minutes later, bro. No, but yes, I was at this social gathering. It was sort of like a party, but it was kind of earlier in the evening, which is part of what makes this weird, because it sounds like something a really drunk person would do. But this guy was pretty sober. Like maybe he was on something like weird. I just don't even know like what was on this guy's mind or something, you know. But yeah, we were at this gathering, and it was this guy I wasn't like friends with. Like I didn't have his number. We didn't hang out, but like I think I had some classes with him, and so I had some mutual friends. It's kind of like that a lot of times when you're in college and whatnot. And I was at my friend's house. It was like these 3 girls who lived there. I was kind of friends with them when I was in school, and so I was like chilling there in the main living space where we hang out, and standing up. I think I was about to be walking somewhere or whatever. And I ended up standing right next to this. So there's this guy, and he's talking to this girl who lived in that house, which makes this even more like horrible to me that he is inside the house she stayed at, like she was renting in college. And so it was kind of just like a vibe, people like joking around, like kind of a lighthearted vibe. And then this guy was like, hey, or I forget how he started it. I think it wasn't really, it was just, he starts off kind of like casually. He's like, hey, like this girl's name, like, hey, I kind of want you to slap me or something. And he's like sticking out his face right from the beginning, which I remember that part. He's like sticking out his face. And she's like, oh yeah, you're really funny or something, like, and just kind of like laughed it off. And so it was like a good way to laugh it off, to make him not feel bad. It's like she kind of turned him down. It's like, oh yeah, like, but said something kind of funny about it. And then he's like, oh yeah, like you should really slap me. And then she's like, no, it's all right. And just a pretty straightforward, like, no, like I'm not gonna do that. And then like he's like asking like 3 or 4 times, like, yeah, come on, I just want you to slap me one time for real, like. It was like 3 or 4 times he's saying something, and she just was like, I don't know, like she's a pretty outgoing person, so I guess he thought like he could never like make her uncomfortable or something. But even for how persistent he was being, she was starting to be kind of like, oh, come on, dude, like you were really like making this such a long drawn out scene, and like felt like it went on for a long time. Eventually he's finally like, oh okay, yeah, like, yeah, I was just kidding, it's just a prank, bro. Or, like, I don't know, he was one of those bro kind of guys, but it was just like, usually those kind of guys have an archetype because they can be kind of generic, but that was a huge like glitch in the matrix moment that I witnessed. And like, I'm not trying to cut on this guy too hard. Like, I understand like sometimes when you feel really like down bad or like desperate for like somebody's like attention or something, but it's like when you bring out something that's specific like that, it's like you are like, no matter what specific thing it is. I mean, that one was particularly weird, but like, it's just like, hey, can you just like do this to me? Like, it's just, there's never a good time to do that. Like, I mean, there's never a good time to do that in like a setting like chilling at somebody's house at a social gathering. Like, that's more of like like when you're having a private, intimate moment with someone or something. Then that's when those kind of questions come out to the surface naturally. But yeah, so this was just like, I don't know, maybe that guy like spent a lot of time with, well, I don't know if he could even get any like, if he was even having any action, because that was a pretty thirsty cringe moment, I guess. Pretty much is confirmed to be that. But I mean, what I was thinking is like, if it is possible this guy was like having a romantic partner the night before, like maybe he just was like having a weird flashback moment and thought he was still like in the setting he was not in. I mean, you know, they were both like standing up in a like living room type of area where like people hang out. Like people hang out there a lot because it's just like a nice house and like they're all really cool. But yeah, this dude was totally tripping about something, and I was like laughing at first, and then I was like really secondhand embarrassed. I'm like, I don't know, like if it would have been more in the current, like at this time I was probably a little more reserved. I would have been stepping in and be like, hey man, like this is just something like. I mean, part of why I didn't is probably because these two people involved in this story were actually kind of friends or something. I mean, it may have been a factor as well. I know that they like were really cool with each other. I remember them like having a positive vibe toward each other or something like that. But yeah. So yeah, that's the really cringy story. I'll have to tell some of my other cringe anecdotes, but that one is up near the top. Greatest cringe moments I've witnessed. Would have been one only good thing is if I went on the teaching route. I mean, nowadays like kids are like too absorbed in technology to try to like be creative, to be funny. It's just like quote memes and TikToks to be funny and stuff like that. I used to think it was funny with Vine, but then TikTok, I'm like, no, just leave me out of it. But yeah, anyway, if I was a teacher in like high school is what I was originally thinking, it would have been a really good, I would have gotten some good payout on getting to witness some cringe moments, not just from the students, but also from like the other teachers, because like, I don't know, I just, from my recollection, teachers can be really weird and cringy, and like a lot of them are, how can I say this, my opinion is that a lot of teachers are subconsciously, or wait, let me restart that. My opinion is that a lot of teachers are either subconsciously or intentionally attention seeking, and like my personal bias is the only reason I feel that way, so like I can't really say that I objectively believe that. It's from a very subjective point of view. As a person who is studying to be a teacher and has also been a musician and a performer on many stages and many plays and musicals, mostly on the same stage, but it sounds cooler if I say it like that. And I did perform on many stages technically, because we like did some previews. But anyway, that's beside the point. The main point is that a lot of teachers are attention seeking, and I think that being an attention seeker and being cringy is like, for me it's a really natural combination. Like that's my personal cringe point of view. I think like amongst our various genetic codes, which vary from one human being to another, there has to be some coding in there relating to what people find cringy and what people don't. And like I know this is true just like through my years of research. My years of first-hand research, like I just know it's true from that, hands down. But like the other reason I say that is like I've seen some cringe compilations, and like there are two really strong not cringe reactions I have to a lot of content on those videos, which is why even though I love cringy moments, like I don't really watch stuff like that, because like that doesn't meet the standards of cringe for me. Like I would say half the time I'm like, okay, that's pretty good cringe material. And like anything cringe with fighting game or Smash Bros, I always think is cringe in like a good way, but not necessarily unless it falls into one or two categories, which I'm about to say. And for any people who study the science of humor, and are interested in the subgenre of cringe, you might want to perk up your ears because I'm about to give you some information that could fuel an entire dissertation on the subject. Yeah, that was a pretty good lead up to say something, right? Oh wow, that part is so much freaking different, bro. It's way different on lap 2. Alright, let's get more lap 2 research. I don't really need that much now, but might be able to still win. Okay, let me say the thing I was going to say about cringy humor. So there's 2 categories, and I mean, it's not really that complicated. So we'll call them penalizations. Penalizations, I don't know which one. Let's choose a different word so I can choose something I'm more confident about pronouncing. We'll say there's 2 disqualifications. So like somebody was like, hey, cringe YouTube channel, cringe compilation YouTube channel, here is my cringe video, and these are 2 disqualifications which should make it so that entertainment is not on cringe compilation. Disqualification 1, it's not that cringy. So like an example would be like if it was like for some reason on a news report, like a person was like talking on a microphone as if they were on a stage, like a singer. This is a horrible example, but who cares? And they're like, okay, and here's the microphone to this guy over here, and they like passed the microphone, and then like the person went to grab it, and they dropped it, or like they like fumbled with their hands, and like it like went on for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then like picked up the microphone. And then the person like grabbed the microphone and was like, oh, sorry about that. But then they grabbed their hand while they grabbed that. Well, that was actually a better example than I meant to say. So that if they would have grabbed the person's hand holding the microphone who they just handed it to and said, oh, sorry about that, and give it back, I'd say, okay, that is a good, that is not the disqualification. That's just the, what's the word I'm looking for? That's just the example so we can give the example of disqualification. So like I said, that is a good cringe moment. And yeah, perfect hand gesture, I'm like talking about a cringe moment. Okay, so it's just kind of like a meta cringe moment, talking about cringe moments. But so then it would be disqualified if they just like fumbled with the microphone, and then the person like, okay, I got the microphone, the second person got it, and they just like start like, okay, now we're talking about like this and what these world events are going on with, and it just kind of progresses from there. It's like, yeah, sure, you have to be kind of awkward and have a lack of finesse for a moment like that to happen. Or like somebody like tripping and falling down a set of stairs. Like, so they trip and fall down the stairs and drop their things. Like, it's not like cringy. It's like yeah, like if you were like doing like a like perfect human being test, it's like, yes, like this does somewhat not like fall under normal social expectations, which is what the type of moments have in common with cringing. But like, it's not cringe because it's just like, I don't know, it's just like it's just lacking like it's lacking something personal, you know what I mean? Because like stuff like that, like small little mishaps, like every human being has experienced those, and like not every human being can like have a really like personally cringy moment. And like it's one of the baseline philosophies of like really good comedy movies, like Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey. Like those are loaded with amazing cringe moments, and like you have to go above and beyond to be cringy. If you just like have a small misstep and react to it normally, then it's not cringy. But like if you have a small misstep and you like freak out about it and get super embarrassed and like dig yourself in deeper, then it goes from a misstep to being something cringe. But like reacting to a misstep and just being like, oh, like whatever, it's just like it literally is just that. It's like whatever, like who cares? Don't waste our time when we're trying to find cringe giving us something that is merely a minor incident or mistake. Like minor incident and mistake, those are two different nouns, that do not constitute anywhere in the ballpark of cringe. Okay, so those are just some dominoes that can lead up to cringe, but so is just like existing. You know what I mean? So okay, so that's disqualification number 1. And now we're going into the second one, which is sort of hard to talk about, and I don't even really want to give like examples, even though like, because I don't think any examples are necessary, because people will have seen this or know about this or something. But like, something cannot be cringe when it is too like hateful or sadistic. Those kind of go hand in hand, like too hateful, too sadistic, like something at someone's expense, or just like with really bad intentions, like with really kind of spiteful intentions, or just someone like being an asshole. Like all of these different kind of things cannot really be cringe, because it just like, it goes like, the feeling of cringe is its own type of feeling, and it is not the same as feeling like horrified or like disgusted, or even just like appalled and like creeped out, because it's kind of like when you see something like that, it's like, oh man, and it's kind of like, so it has that similar like sound, like ooh, like oh, it's kind of like the cringe sound, and then like, oh man, it's like the sound of something like really bad, because like because like the cringe sound like has a higher pitch vibration, because it's not as low, it's not as dark, it's not as bad, you know what I mean? Like all these kind of words go together pretty much. But like moments of darkness and evil, like I was saying, like people doing horrible things, like sure, it makes you have like a shocked reaction, because it obviously doesn't meet with normal social expectations, but like it's just someone like being a vessel for hatred instead of being awkward, and like those two things can overlap, but what I'm saying is like, no matter how high the awkwardness level is, I don't think it can or should be appreciated if it's coming from a really dark place. So if I ever make a cringe compilation YouTube channel, those are the two disqualifying factors, just so you guys know. And I think that any cringe humor research should talk about those two things, because that's my observation of like all the things like on the internet, and sometimes in real life, people saying like, oh, like what is something that's really cringy or something. People probably wouldn't talk about around me, because they like think I'm having a sensitive subject about that, because I have a lot of cringe behaviors and ways of speaking and mannerisms and so on and so forth. But anyway, yeah, like the way people talk about cringing sometimes to me is really like here's what I really don't like on the second topic, is like when something is really like horrible, and people are like humans like don't like to react to things that are just like really unpleasant, but they also feed off of it at the same time, which is why people watch the news. Okay, so I'm just throwing that out there, but anyway, like in general, it can be difficult to process things that are really like tragic or dark, and so people just like sometimes lacking the words for that, and it makes them like feel unsettled and squirming. So like saying something is cringy when it's really like horrible or evil or something more along those lines is just like conflating, like kind of basically, I'm not gonna say conflating, like mistaking a type of humor for like a very negative adjective, which like for a lot of people, like cringe moments and cringe humor is like their worst nightmare. So like it's like that that explains why like cringing is sometimes in a really dark place in people's minds. Like a lot of people just don't have like fears that are rational, and the irrational fears like, oh my god, if I ever have an awkward moment in my life, I'm going to literally die. Like I just have a feeling that a lot of people feel that way, but that's just kind of a random hypothesis. Random hypothesis coming from a neurodivergent human being. Can I finally move on? I guess not. Alright, I need to start focusing more so I can like kind of race well. Just in the really like talkative mood when I started. I just spit some bars because like I think it's partially because I was watching a lot of interviews today, and like I like the conversational tone that takes place in a really good interview. That's going to be the new atmosphere I aspire towards. Because at one time I envisioned myself in front of a classroom teaching a bunch of students. But then I abandoned that for many reasons, two of which I will share right now briefly. I'm going to actually say something kind of briefly, maybe. But yeah, the really extreme emphasis on technology in the classroom, technology out of the classrooms, every kid has their own computer, and I hate everything about all of that. And on a more personal note, I just, compared to the time when I was like before college and in college, one of the ways I most feel different compared to how I felt at that time is just more jaded, more unfiltered, and more in touch with the darkness within myself, because it was just something that needed to be addressed on my journey, and so I had to focus on that and become one, and I had to nurture the darkness within myself. That was part of my learning from Taoism, which is my religion of choice. But yeah, so throughout that whole journey of mine, I was just like, yeah, like I've known many very good, in every sense of the word good, like I've known some very good, like positive people. I'm just like, yeah, like I think people like this should be teachers, and like I think my something in my career will be better suited towards interacting with adults who already have a interacting with adults because they already have some reasonable expectation to be somewhat jaded, or at least have the capacity to speak to people who are really jaded, which like it doesn't make sense to expect kids to like know about that very much, and nor should they, obviously. Yeah, so like I just I feel kind of like Catcher in the Rye, like I like about how it's like protecting innocence, like. And that's another reason I'd be a horrible teacher, is because I have the disillusionment that there is any sense of innocence amongst children in the United States in the year 2023. Because, yeah, obviously it still exists out there, but I hear a lot of horror stories of, like, kids, like, just doing really horrible, like, things. Like, I don't even really want to say what I'm thinking about. Just it's pretty obvious, like just like stuff that only adults should do or think about or joke about. Kids joking about is basically what I'm saying, and like it doesn't sit well with me at all. But that is like a huge part of culture. I blame the internet, so screw the internet. Screw Twitch. No, I'm just kidding. I love Twitch, but yeah, I kind of just sometimes wishing I lived in the past or in a different timeline. But for some reason, I'm existing on this timeline, and so maybe part of the reason is so I can use my voice to speak to people I come across, and hopefully give them some positivity. And then I can use my voice to speak some more on my stream, and hopefully somebody will enjoy some of my content, maybe. Or maybe not, it's totally fine too. But I've gotten a few views, so there must be somebody out there who thought something was funny that I said one time, maybe. But so far it's been a lot like my rap career, where I have assembled many words. In the case of the rapping, I assemble like fewer words and assemble them more rhythmically and rhymically, in timely, you know, just all that normal stuff. And then I do some streaming, talk about video games, and I don't really get as much specific acknowledgement or appreciation as I feel like I would if I came across myself. But like, I think that a lot of people who are in my boat, who are really passionate and really involved in various hobbies. I think people like us sometimes love ourselves and what we do more than anyone else. But it's just hard for me to imagine. It's like how much I love a lot of artists' music. I'm like, how would they feel about this music? I'm always like really curious about that. And that was part of why I wanted to make some music, so I could know. And I really highly value my music, so. And also I got Willjan Hello from Willjan TM, using your own hello emote in a Twitch chat. That's what's up, my man. Yeah, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by the stream. It's been a very great stream so far. I've been talking for like 42 minutes straight. And so I'm going to celebrate acknowledging that by taking a short pause. Also trying to pass this ghost. But yeah, so far I find this track pretty easy, pretty mediocre. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? Yeah, I'm also doing great. I was like really cold earlier, and then I turned the heat on in my apartment. And I put on this sweatshirt and I became warm. But yeah, I was just wearing a t-shirt earlier because I was in the zone, watching some YouTube videos. It was a really good post-workday relaxation activity. And then I put the YouTube videos down and I was like, it's time to stream, you know, because I'm so dedicated to the streaming grind. Like I'm really applauding my streaming efforts, which include playing Trackmania amongst other things. And the last few times I played this game, I played it like on the weekends or days off earlier in the day. And now that I'm playing in the evening, it has like a totally different vibe. And like, I feel like that's one of the things I can do to keep my streaming like fresh and exciting. I'm gonna just share this idea out loud, so if I can like remember it more or something. It's not quite important enough for me to write down, but it's like important enough for me to mention, to like put it a little bit more in my memory, you know what I mean? And the idea is what I'm doing right now, to have like at least like 4, 5, or 6 sessions of a game at the same time of day. For like 4 or 5 or 6 times in a row, and then the next time I stream the game, do it at a completely different time of the day. And yeah, it's really like an oh my god idea, like the announcer guy just said, you know, and I'm gonna have to do that. And I'm not really surprised that this idea has entered my brain and reached out to me, because like I'm really interested in the Chinese zodiac, And I need to double check what my lucky time of the day is. I believe it's from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. if I remember correctly. But yeah, like the Chinese zodiac has everything. Like a lucky time of the day, a lucky like cardinal direction, like northwest or southeast or southwest, or like every animal has a lucky cardinal direction, lucky color, lucky numbers, unlucky color, unlucky numbers. I think lucky flower. And there's probably a few other things. Don't remember all of them, but I was born during the year of the rat, for anybody else who cares about that stuff and interested in mine. But yeah, I always think people's aversion of the Chinese zodiac is really funny, because it's like, I would rather be like a strong lion, Leo, or like a couple of fishes swimming in a circle, Pisces. Like it's so like beautiful and pretty and romantic. And the Chinese zodiac is like, you're a pig, you're a rat, you're a dragon. Yeah, those two things, I feel like the two different zodiacs are, that's my personal, for me personally, that is the best example of the differences between the cultures. Like, they both contain a lot of information, and they are two wildly different interpretations of the same data, more or less. Because they both have to do with, like, what time you're born affects what your zodiac is, etc. But yeah, just imagine going back in time and like having like a documentary of like you go through a bunch of different parts of time and you just learn how the two zodiac systems were created, and like whether or not they both came from the same source, or if it was just one of those things where like different civilizations on two different parts of the planet came up with a similar idea, even though they had no contact with each other. And yeah, I'm just talking way too much today to like be able to focus to play this game. I'm just gonna continue chasing the moon for a long time. But yeah, thanks again, Wilgen TM, for also I like your use of the lol emote. I forgot to compliment that earlier. RIP Total Biscuit, one of the greatest to ever do it, no cap. And I was never like a huge fan of him, but I definitely watched like a lot of his videos back in the day, like I want to say like 20 or 30 of them. But yeah, once I like memorize the track a little more, that's kind of all it takes, because like none of these are really difficult. I was so distracted. I don't have a good like mental map of the track right now. This part's a little tricky, but like not really. Alright, so I want to be on the right here, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Okay. Worked out. Also on the right, or on the left, okay. Do a barrel roll. Yeah, so this is the part where I talk a little bit less to succeed. I wanted to do at least part of this video with me trying the new section of the Red series. Alright, and then we'll be on the left. Okay, oh my god, don't pass me, dude. I have been screwing up there so badly. Alright, can we still catch him? Yeah, this is my exact reaction, whatever emote that is right there. Oh no, this run totally sucks. But we might still be able to win, and that'd be really funny if we do. Yeah, no, that's not gonna cut it. I could have maybe made it come back if I would have gotten faster there, but that was the final nail in the coffin. Two bags, that was pretty good. Oh no, not like this. It's alright, that was good practice. I'm getting a little more zoned in now. You know, sometimes you just gotta let the opening monologue run on for like a really long time. Try to keep the attention of the people who, keep the attention of the people who need to hear a human voice with their gaming content at all times. To be satisfied. Which, yeah, I don't really blame you for that. Yeah, so this is the part where I drink some more water. The only piece of the puzzle we're missing is on the second and third lap. I gotta remember to go left to avoid those storage bins. Yeah, I don't know about that one. What is it, 5 or 6? About halfway between them both. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what emote that is. Grudge 6 hype. Well, shout out to whoever has Grudge 6 as their emote tag. They must really like to hold a grudge. I don't know if that's healthy, but I still think it's a funny tag for the emote. I'm just gonna do the whole thing in reverse. Oh, 180 on him. Oh, never mind. Tried to do like a turn while I was going in reverse, but it didn't really happen. was going so well, and I started over-adjusting. Pretty good recovery though. Alright. Easy money. Too slow, bro. Oh crap. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I mean, that was really bad because I forgot to go on the left side, but it's okay because it was awesome. Okay, yeah, this run is pretty sweet. This could be the run, guys. This run's gonna be really sweet, so I'm gonna remember to go left. This part of right now. Yeah, swag money. What? Am I even ahead by that much? Dude. Seriously trying to pass me, man? Totally not cool. Oh my god. I think I was too distracted by my opponent passing me. My opponent, who does not even exist. It's not even a human being. Just racing against a bunch of numbers in a video game. So it's kind of like the Let's Fight series. Except like instead of fighting like a fighting game opponent, it's just a ghosting gold medal. I'm gonna be so ready when Trackmania 99 comes out and make a Trackmania free-for-all game. Yeah, that reminds me, I gotta play some more F-Zero 99, but I kinda stopped playing because it was starting to seem kinda dead. That made me kind of sad. Racing against like half bots, 40% tryhards, 10% people like me who are just trying to have a good time. No, I was kind of actually a tryhard. I was ranking that pretty far, but I only came in first one time. It was on a stupid team race. Such BS. Perfecto. Not perfecto. Alright, so how bad are we looking now? Oh, it's not bad. Aw, man. It was almost enough to the left. You gotta get pretty far over there, though. I forgot they said you have to grind on that. Well, it's all good. Yeah, like this track is like alright. It's kind of boring, but I definitely respect the track and the people who designed it for it having pretty consistent difficulty throughout. Always something you like to see on a multi-lap course. Man, I could almost survive that. don't know whether to make heads or tails of that. Yeah, but anyway, man, I guess this track was harder than I thought. It was taking more than an hour. Gotta get straightened out, extra straight mode. Finally got another run going. Man, I got so screwed over by that. Yeah, I think I'm like losing some energy or focus. Probably should have had dinner before this, but I'm gonna have to eat some food and get some energy back. But yeah, no, I really like sometimes having those really long opening monologues to talk about some random stuff, because like I really feel like mostly my gaming YouTube has been more of like a journaling thing for me, because like some of the videos are really focused on the game, but a lot of times I'm kind of just playing the game and like talking a little about the game and a lot about different random stuff that's on my mind. So yeah, it's kind of just like a podcast. The game as the background entertainment and co-host. Okay, yeah, this is pretty shaky. This looks pretty good though. Oh god. Alright, well we're on lap 2. I gotta keep this run going. Keep the run alive. Alright, it's not too bad. I think we can pretty easily recover from this. Or maybe not. I'm trying to play fast through this part, but it's really like kind of tighter than it looks because of all those trees on the left. Ah man, I think I need to start like using the drift button at that part. I was been kind of not using drift at all, just because I'm driving on the dirt, so you get automatically drifted like right when you turn. But I think the drift will help to slow down here. And yeah, I don't know if they even really made a difference or not. But yeah, I cannot like move or adjust my legs when I'm having to run in this game to like in that gamer zone. Yeah, Ghost just keeps creeping up on me. He's trying to jump scare me and jump over my shoulder. Alright, perfectly lined up. Like a boss. Almost lost the run there, that was crazy. Getting messed up for getting lined up for this part. It's so risky, and why is there a bush on the path there? I hate that bush. Alright, just gotta slow down and focus, that's what the guy says. Okay, no, there was too much bouncing there. I think I lost a lot of time. A lot of bounce in there. don't even deserve that trophy. I hate that trophy. It's taunting me with my unfinished gold medal search or something. But anyway, I'm gonna take a short break, guys. I'm gonna get a gold on this and probably end it there because I thought it'd have. Oh man, I'm getting so confused with talking in the microphone. I was trying to say like take a shower and have dinner at the same time, and I said have a, and then my brain just like froze. Still have to have dinner, take a shower, but right now I'm gonna eat some food and then beat this course. So, BRB. Well, it's about time that we go from silver to gold. Now I'll have my own lovely silver medal to race against, so we can just add to the fun. Add to the amazingness. Oh, where am I at? There I am. How amazingly I'm zooming ahead of the competition. Yeah, but you know, like, I thought it would not be until the Black Series, but we might have to have some videos where I like start a track and don't even finish it during the same video. Because yeah, we're going to be getting into some pretty difficult stuff, from what I understand. But so far the Red Series is good. It wasn't a huge step up in difficulty for me. It's definitely like a moderate step up. I mean, it's pretty much like kind of what I expected, because Trackmania is just really like amazingly designed, like scientifically good, like I don't know how to put it. It's just it's really good. The expectations are high for how well things will meet. Like how well the tracks will line up with the difficulty. My expectations are high, because in previous games it's really good, and in this one it's also good. So it's like, if they slap that Trackmania name on there, you know you're going to be getting quality products. And I'm not sponsored by Trackmania. I just like their games a lot. Whatever company does Trackmania, I'm not sure what it's called. Everybody wants to say FromSoft, but I just hear about them all the time because people are always talking about Elden Ring and Armored Core 6. It's a pretty awesome game from what I hear. I might have to try it out sometime. More interested in Armored Core 6 than like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, because like games are really great, and plenty of people who play them and do well. And plenty of people who fail, and it's like very entertaining because it's hilarious. I feel like I would fail in those games and just be like annoyed and kind of like not know what to say, because it's like, I'm a knight fighting a gigantic minotaur 50 times in a row or something like that. That's just all I really foresee from that, so I don't know if that will be on my alley or my cup of tea. But maybe at some point when I have a bunch of people talking in the chat, they'll all be like, hey, you should play Dark Souls, you should play Dark Souls, and I'd be like, oh, alright. I don't know, I'm just gonna be a man of the people and do what people want, but only people whose judgment I trust, so so they have to pass the test. Oh my gosh. I always have like 4 or 5 attempts where I get past here, and then 4 or 5 where I get stuck here. And that was part of this cycle, like keeps repeating. Yeah, it's definitely good to drift there, get lined up right, keep the run going. Oh, well, I guess I wasn't concentrated enough. Gotta be concentrated like this orange juice that's right in front of me I'm about to have. Oh yeah, I'm taking the lead. two ghosts never heard from again, except they were. Oh, why is that part so tight, dude? You guys could see me trying to micro adjust there and it did not go well. Not micro enough. It's no problem. I need a steering wheel controller. Well, got a lot of catching up to do. We've got a run that's going pretty alive and well. Just a little behind the times. Okay. Could have been a lot worse. Oh my god, not this one. This is my least favorite mistake I've made a few times on these runs, because like it just like comes out of nowhere. It's just like, why did I turn slightly wrong on this stupid, deceptively simple part of the track? Oh yeah, we're still living. Tempered ultimate comeback. Yeah, maybe this is that kind of game where I can only play when I like have maximum energy, like not during my work week. Yeah, definitely there's no time during my work week when I have the maximum energy, except for like right after I finish my morning bike ride to work. But the thing about the morning bike ride to work is it always leads into me like working for 8 hours, so no time for a stream at that time. Alright, so if I stream long enough, I can probably make streaming my job, and then I will be on the path to be a worldwide renowned entertainer of many sorts. Tries at work. Oh man, that scared me. Okay, so where's the part I kept dying at? I don't know, I've already passed it, I don't even know. I kept losing the run at. Thinking too much in the fighting game terms. And I was way too much wiggling there, but I somehow managed to survive with it. Oh my god. I hate that part. It scared me. Alright, definitely gotta do some catching up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the lost run. Now that I know this track pretty well, I still feel kind of how I did earlier before I did. Pretty consistent difficulty. A lot of places to trip up. Pretty annoying, but in a good way, I guess. Just like, yeah, it's better to have some difficult tracks so that once people like do well and then they feel more accomplished or something. Man, I almost got caught up in that tree for real though. Okay. Oh, this is so distracting being right near them there. Too much ghostage. Oh no. My least favorite mistake. Bro. But at least I can grind on this wood one more time. So much fun. Oh no. Alright, we can survive this. It's totally fine. Really bad. I guess we're not behind by as much as I thought. Why did that tree have to come for me? Why did I have to come for that tree? That tree was not comforting me at all. I'm very not comfortable with how it just smacked me in the face. There's a little bit of wordplay there if you guys do enjoy that kind of stuff. But people who enjoy wordplay are probably busy listening to the thousands and thousands of rappers rapping their rap music very rapishly, very rashly. Yeah, they're probably off busy listening to that rap music instead of watching me play Trackmania Turbo, right? But if you're gonna listen to some rap music, if you're gonna poison your mind with rap music, no, I'm just kidding. I can only say that since I'm a rapper, you know. But yeah, check out my rap music. It's under the name Stormative. It's available on many different music streaming services. Worked out well. Maybe not as well as I thought. Still pretty good though. Yeah, that turned me at a horrible angle. I don't even remember what happened there exactly. Like, I don't know, I tried to go to the left and then I like adjusted to the right or something. Alright, this has got to be the run. Going amazingly well, minus that small minor mishap there, which was very not cringe. We're back to earlier. My mind is glitching. It's the only explanation for this. But yeah, here's a totally random thought I just had that I thought was pretty cool earlier. So, it's a little bit of a weather report. I'm not even saying for where, so it doesn't really matter, probably, for anybody. Except for people interested in what occurs during my life, I guess. But, yeah, so, like, yesterday and the day before yesterday, it was really cold. It's too freaking cold outside. And then today, this morning, it was, like, pretty cold, and I was like, oh, we're in for another cold one. But then, like, right near the beginning of the workday, like 7 or 8 a.m., it was starting to feel a little warmer, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And it was like totally really warm out by like noon or 1 o'clock. And I was looking at the weather report for this evening and tomorrow, because I'm working tomorrow, the last part of the work week. And tonight, and I'm going to have to double check this. Maybe I'll double check right after this attempt, so I can keep you guys updated on this narrative, which I'm about to explain. So earlier, it said that the temperature this evening at 9 p.m. would be the same as the one tomorrow at 6 a.m. when I go to work. And so I was like, I'll go outside tonight at 9 p.m. and then I'll have the perfect temperature in mind for what clothes I feel like wearing for the bike ride tomorrow. Or bike ride commute to work. But then I was thinking, like, yeah, it doesn't really feel the same outside, even though this says the same temperature. I mean, it kind of does. But yeah, let me fill you guys in on this narrative and see if it is still true.
Stay calm.
Stay calm, all you out there who are very heavily anticipating this. Okay, so right now, it says 6 a.m. It'll be 47. And it won't get down to 47 until somewhere between 10 and 11 p.m. now. So it says 48 and then 46. So it's a warmer evening than it was originally going to be. Maybe I'll like actually go do some of those errands that I was gonna just put off till tomorrow. But probably not. Alright, it worked out well. This run is working out super well. Let's see if we can keep that energy going. Yeah, that was pretty slow though. I'm probably gonna get past. Don't pass me, bro. Alright, it's just me. It's okay, don't pass me, gold medal. That's pretty risky. Dang, that was crazy. Okay, thank goodness. Let's go, GG. Oh man, the last time I almost got past, like when the gold medal was creeping up, it was like 5 seconds or then I was like, bitch, you better not pass me. Yeah, so that's one of my rare moments too. I use profanity for comedic effect. Hopefully it works. Thought it sounded pretty good. Alright, well, I'll do the next track. No, I'm not improving. I'll do the next track for a few minutes. I don't know if we'll complete it. Probably not. So I want to end the stream pretty soon. But I don't know. I might really like it and get sucked in. Or if it has a freaking loop that looks like this, then I'll be like, bro, I'm not going to be streaming this game for like 2 or 3 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really interested to finish this Let's Play because I want to... I'm going to do a few different projects before I play Trackmania 2020, but I really want to finish this and play some Trackmania 2020 like relatively soon after that. Maybe I'll go in the Let's Play graveyard and finish Final Fantasy IV and Donkey Kong Country Returns 2 and Kirby's Adventure. Okay, this car is so weird. I don't even remember driving this thing. Oh god. Wow, we're really committing to the anti-gravity part of this track, aren't we? Okay, GG. Now we gotta get with the silver. At the bare minimum, we'll get a silver, then I'll retire for this episode. Episode number 16. I'm really glad this Let's Play has been a hit with myself. You know, I love when I can like find projects that I'm motivated to continue with. Splits we're going into the Silver Ghost, by the way, for anybody who might have forgot about that and been used to seeing the gold splits. But I don't know, this run might not be that bad actually. Are you kidding me? I thought that was gonna be gold, man. What the heck? That would have made my funny like pose like some. Freaking stolen the gold medal, ruined my cool moment, man. Gotta get revenge. Yeah, I can do better. Thanks for letting me know that voiceover, guys. Like, you can do better. It's like that was really the perfect time to say that. Very well chosen on the part of the AI. So congratulations. All right, yeah, I guess I'm doing one more track now. I got suckered into this. This is the exact same thing as when people are like seeing a carnival game and like, oh, that'll be easy. Then I'll be like grinding this track for like 30 minutes. But no, I got my silver medal. I was feeling pretty confident on this track. I think that this jump is still kind of throwing me off. But everything after that I think is pretty solid. I don't even remember, but this jump was probably the only part I messed up on my silver medal run that I would suspect. Okay, so that's the angle I want to go out there, definitely. Yeah, once we're on the solid road, it's like GG's, bro. And once I remember there's some pins there, that'll also help, so... Yeah, I don't think this will work, but maybe. Yeah, just a couple little spots to optimize. And then we will have gold medal numero uno of the Red Series Lagoon Stormative series. Gotta throw a Stormative in there or something, right? Okay, yeah, I don't know. Can't really have any of these cheap tricks and then make a recovery since we're not in multi-lap race right now. My brain's just in that multi-lap mode since we grinded that multi-lap track for a good hour and a half. But yeah, it'll be good to do this track right now, so then next time I get on the game I'll already be kind of warmed up to this car, I feel. Yeah, that part's tough because they give you the boost pad and you have to pretty much stay on the road to do an optimal route. Do the boost pad right into some tight turning. Yeah, there's only that one part where I keep bumping into the side. And that whole last anti-gravity part of the track. Alright guys, eyes on the prize. I was just randomly thinking about my rap lyrics about Pac-Man on my song Thirst Theatrics. It's a really good one. Definitely a certified classic in the Stormative library. Also certified triple platinum in the amount of times I've played this song over in my head. Yeah, it's triple platinum by some metric, just not the one that you guys are used to hearing about. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta drink this orange juice here. I keep going to turn too early there. Like, the turning with this car is so, like, sharp. It's like, just the handling is, like, cranked up to the maximum. So it's, like, handling so good that it's, like, also disorienting. slow down. I totally thought I was gonna get past it then. I was like wiggling a little bit. Alright, GG's. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. We got a little preview of the Red Series Lagoon. And we have unlocked some new items in the garage. Don't care about that, but we got more gold medals. That's what I do care about. So 141 in the bank and 59 to go, and it only gets more difficult from here. So yeah, so with the thumbs up, you know, hit me with the thumbs up like on the video. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you also love yourself and all the people who do right by you. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go eat some more food and take a shower and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna stream some Street Fighter 6 later. So check that out if anybody's watching and wants to see that later. You can see that later. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting the content. There'll be more Trackmania Turbo soon. So please look forward to that. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.